Nightreign has fed us with a buffet of gorgeous cinematic sights in this cataclysm-riddled world. Sadly, many of these wonders are far away, beyond our murky reach. But not today. Today we explore beyond the boundaries and will get up and personal with some of the most beautiful parts of the game. This cracked-looking tree is so far in the distance I had to change my speed to 10x to actually get there in a reasonable amount of time. And while it's not simply skybox, it is 2D. Despite this, there are some mentionable details, like the resemblance it has to the tower tree and the shadow tree. The object that appears to be emerging from or behind this tree is a circle, possibly representing the sun or essence of the tree. It has a bright yellowish-greenish orb-like energy emitting from it, which is very reminiscent of the frenzied flame ending, with the Erd tree's bounty spilling into the sky. The other broken tree we see is equally as far away, and this one is very similar to the physical broken ones we see on the map, as well as in the consecrated snowlands. It appears to have vines wrapping up and around it, quite like the great tree stump next to the nameless eternal city. Like the other broken tree, while it's not a skybox, it is 2D. And this looks an awful lot like the hole we see in the tree the grandmother is sitting beneath. The Divine Tower trees that appear above us on day 2 are adorably small compared to the one we see after ascending. Just look how large my character model is compared to it. And speaking of how we enter, it is pretty freaky on the inside of this tower tree. Souls and holes. And no, they don't have a 2 fingers on top of them, the big or small tree. But the hands are incredible to see up close. I love how the nails are branches. When it explodes, the inside of the volcano lights up in a spectacular display. You can really see the giant coffins and the gravestones behind them quite vividly. And while we're on the topic of giants, these titans have an incredibly interesting growth within them. Very reminiscent of the branching within the Elden Beast, and sort of like the rune from Radagon. The Titans are also covered in a similar black miasma that the Elden Beast both emerges from and is covered in. And the skin or surface beneath has upon it very similar patterns to the finger ruins, the armour worn by Anna and Jolan, and other things associated with Meta and the Glowmide Queen. A look behind the shrouded Eternal City Noclatio reveals the extent of the damage the city underwent. A submerged graveyard of buildings litters the ocean behind it, and this complements the immense damage we see within the city itself. And speaking of destruction, the Gloamnado is predictably difficult to see inside of. However, the bird's eye view is quite beautiful. And finally, one of my favourite things to watch from above are the boss battles. Hailstor has some magnificent attacks that produce some thought-provoking patterns. This slow-mo encounter with Augur had me mesmerised, truly a gorgeous creature. The way it dies reminds me of how a bug curls up as it dies. In the boss arena, we see what I surmise to be the Divine Gates, given we find a Night Lord in front of them. This is also where the Divine Tower leads us to, and appears to be a liminal realm of power that the Night Lord resides within. There is obviously a lack of bodies around this gate, however I believe this may very well be the first ever Divine Gate, crafted with the grasping bones of an outer god. The visuals in this game are incredible, and I have been enjoying them immensely. It's only by the generosity of talented people sharing their creations publicly that I am able to explore and get the footage required for my videos, and that allow me to see the games at their absolute best. So I would genuinely like to thank the pioneers who established the tools I used, and thank them further for not infecting me with Trojans in the process. The Freecam is another story, and this is in development and not publicly released yet. But the brilliant and talented Vincent is doing God's work and developing this exceptional tool. Keep an eye on his GitHub, as it will more than likely be released there. And when it is, I will be sure to make a post on my community wall to let you all know. Keep in mind, using this in-game can get you banned, so ensure you are offline when using it, or using Nightreign Seamless. Thank you again to this gem of a man for his generous and selfless contribution. Absolute legend. Thank you for watching, and thank you to my patrons and YouTube members. Don't forget to like and subscribe for upcoming lore videos. I have so very much to show you all.